Welcome back to another game of Brotato, and this is also part of the Mastering Brotato Abyssal Terrors series. Today we're going to be playing the Crazy. You can see we have 100 plus range with precise weapons. The Shuriken is a precise weapon, has 450 range. That's actually pretty much equivalent to an actual range weapon, but we scale entirely with melee damage, so we're only going to be getting that. And then we also have a lot of free attack speed to start. Plus, the Shuriken has a ton of starting crit chance. You can see 38% crit chance to start. It's actually 35%, but since we have the knife, it showed us 38. And yeah, that means once we have 6 precise weapons and we've maxed out the weapon class, we're going to have 50% crit chance on a tier 1 Shuriken, which is pretty good for a tier 1 weapon, right? We only need 50% more to cap it. Luck is not bad. And here we're going to go ahead and get rid of this knife, lock the sharp bullet, shuriken, lock the scar, shuriken, shuriken, shuriken. There you go. That's it. Don't buy any items, just buy your shurikens and lock a shuriken at the end if possible. And the reason for that is that shop 1, you actually have a 50% chance, pretty much, to see other precise weapons, especially the shuriken. And this also applies to shop 2. It's slightly lower chance, and this chance basically flattens out once you get to shop number 6, and I believe it flattens at 30% chance. But the first 5 shops have increased chance, and the first 2 in particular, crit chance by the way, always show you 2 weapons and 2 items. So we have 2 items locked, and we're always going to see 2 weapons here on the right. See 2 weapons, again 2 weapons. And now we have 6 shurikens, right? Very, very easy way to get all 6 of your weapons in the first 2 shops. Sometimes you'll end up with only 5. It's not a big difference. It happens to me all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. But that is the strategy for the early game. And right now, we are on wave 3. So after this wave, we are going to be in shop 3. And once we get to shop 3, we don't have a 100% chance to see 2 weapons and 2 items. It's just randomized from that point. Well, kind of randomized. Basically randomized. But yeah, that means we can go ahead and buy these items that we've had locked. More crit chance. Tier 2 speed is great. We buy these items and then we roll again. Defective, steroids, and insanity crit chance, right? And melee damage plus max HP. Very, very helpful. We can take both of those. We also took the piercing bullet. Oh, gotta be a little careful. Okay, yeah, one of our main goals here is pretty much just to get 100% crit chance as soon as possible. Because the second that happens, we're going to have bounces on every single hit. I'm trying to kill these sea pigs here as well. There we go, we got them both down. They give you a little bit of curse, and what curse does, it gives enemies a chance to get cursed, but also means, which also means that when we kill them, we get additional materials. I'm looking for a crit chance upgrade here, because we did hit level 5. We're not getting it. Let's just go ahead and take melee damage then. I don't want to spend too much money here. But level 5 we had a 100% chance to find a tier 2 upgrade on that level up. So I was trying to look for crit chance, because that is the priority. But if we can't find it, melee damage is really nice. Attack speed and damage percent also good. I'm not really taking any defensive stats yet. I will end up taking some max HP eventually. Max HP and armor. But for now, they're not too important, I'd say. Another sea pig here on the left. Let's go and kill that. And you see, we're already getting quite a few cursed enemies just because we have a tiny bit of curse. But those enemies are giving us additional materials to spend, which is amazing for us, right? Very nice, more money. Luck is great. Lifesteal is good. We'll take the range. We don't necessarily need lifesteal and range right now, but those were tier 3 upgrades, so of course we're going to take them if we can use them. The broken mouth is really nice, so that's our first max HP item. Damage percent for range is good. And yeah, we don't really care about HP regeneration. Lifesteal is so much better when using shurikens, because the shuriken hits once and then bounces up to 4 times, depending on what tier you have. Tier 1 is 1 bounce, Tier 2 is 2, Tier 3 is 3, right? That's just how it works. Every tier increases the bounce. And that means that every time you throw your shuriken, it can hit up to 5 times, which means you have 5 times to proc the lifesteal every single shuriken throw. So if you have 6 shurikens, and you're throwing, each of them twice per second, then every second you will have a potential of 60 lifesteal procs. So the more lifesteal you have, the better for healing, but you don't really care too much for HP regen. I mean, we don't really need that. We don't need range damage. Crit chance, amazing. Okay, head injury. The whistle, we get more loot aliens. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. More crit chance. Some range. Normally I would skip range, especially when we don't really need it like this, but the glasses is just such a nice item. It's very cheap, and it gives you just a solid 20 range, which means if we lose range on other items, we can kind of make up for it by having glasses. Okay, but there's not too much to explain about the enemies for now. Oh, there's a dangerous enemy though, the walrus. You see he does a charge every so often. Pretty big and tanky. Just be careful for that. And there's a sea pig. We can kill this for more curse again. Thank you. Our damage is pretty low, but that's kind of a given because the shuriken is more of a scaling item. Once we have 100% crit, and we also have some nice melee damage and everything, we're going to be really strong. Because we're going to have bounces flying everywhere, every single hit. Oh, that's really nice. Plus 10 range and reroll price reduce. 6 melee damage is good. Can you get some crit chance here? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take armor then, because we have 0 armor, and having a bit of armor is going to make this run a lot safer. 3 crit chance. Speed for range is good, and luck for damage percent. I think it's okay, we can go ahead and take that. We don't want to lose too much damage percent, but having a bit of luck is going to help our run out immensely. Just because luck does give you way better odds of finding nice tier 2 and 3 items, and even getting tier 2 and tier 3 upgrades. Also, yeah, I think, did I already say this? Or am I crazy? In my Mastering Brotato series, I did use the Thief Dagger. So, the Thief Dagger basically gives you +1 material on critical, if you get a critical hit kill. So every single kill that's done by a critical hit gives you +1 material. Well, not everyone, because even the tier 4 Thief Dagger isn't 100%, but it's pretty close. I think it's 80%. So you pretty much get 80% additional kill materials, which is pretty nice because in Brotato, materials are basically equivalent to power, which is a little bit interesting because that means that characters that have crazy economy have a lot of power even if their passive doesn't show it. Let's see, what can we get here? Crit chance, beautiful. Another one of these, some more luck. Another shuriken, there we go. A bag, we can take the bag. The bag gives +15 materials when we pick up a crate. It pretty much always pays itself off and gives you a very nice amount of materials over the course of your run. The earlier you get it, the better, of course, but I mean, if we find it on wave 9, that's definitely early enough. See, that would have been +15 materials right there for that crate. See if we get another one. Nope. Let's kill this guy, kill the slasher egg. All the shrimps and plankton running around. These guys are really easy for us to kill, right? The shuriken bounces are just killing them pretty much the instant they spawn, since they have very low base HP and even scaling HP. Let's get the sea pig down. Perfect. And even if we just focus on the big guy like this, you can see everything else is dying on the map, just because of the bounces. So this is one nice advantage of this weapon. If you're fighting elites, for example, you can hit just the elite and you'll still end up killing pretty much everything. 12% damage is amazing. 3 more armor is good for safety purposes. Okay, let's see. Anything? Ooh, we're not really getting much here. Ooh, that's 3 rolls without anything. Okay, there we go. So we did get a shuriken. We could take the blindfold just for 5% crit, but actually 55% crit is what I would recommend, and we already have 50%. So, you know what? We're actually going to take it just because of what I said. So now I would never recommend getting more than 55%, because once we get these shurikens to tier 4, they will automatically have 100% crit chance, because as you upgrade them, they get additional crit chance, innate crit chance. So that is something to keep in mind. If you have 55% crit chance and you're going with shurikens on the crazy, that's all you need. Just 55%. So you definitely shouldn't be going for like 70%, for example. That's very overkill. I'd say 60% is still okay. That's not too overkill. But 55% is the exact amount that you need to be fully capped if you have all tier 4 weapons. Be careful with these lampreys, they're pretty tanky. There we go. That was a blobfish. The blobfish basically drops a sea pig and then a bunch of lampreys. So it's like a few tanky enemies with one that gives you additional curse. Let's go get this tree. Alright, easy enough. Watch out for the anglerfish. Try to come towards this big clump in the bottom left. Okay, we didn't add the damage, that's okay though. Plus 4 melee damage, I'll take. And more crit chance we don't need, we're already crit capped, so we don't need speed, we don't need range. We can take some luck, luck is okay. Another shuriken, there we go. Tier 3 shuriken. Shurikens are also so cheap, right? Mastery plus 6 melee damage, that's amazing. Another shuriken. Combine and buy one. And you see here, shuriken, 100% chance to crit. 1.5 times critical damage and 50% melee damage scaling. But it bounces up to 4 times on critical hits. So basically, you deal 5 instances of damage. That's the reason that the damage is kind of low. Because you deal it 5 times. So if it were high, it'd be absolutely insane. Imagine it with 100%, melee damage scaling. That would just be ridiculous. Because it would be applying 5 times every time you threw it because of the bounces. So I definitely think it's actually really, really strong. And if you can curse a shuriken, that would be game breaking. So you could probably have one curse shuriken and it'd perform as well as nearly 3 of your shurikens put together, potentially. Realistically, the best you could do is like one shuriken dealing as much damage as 2, but that's still a pretty ridiculous amount. Actually, no, I think you could have a curse shuriken that dealt nearly 3 times as much as a regular one. That's just how strong the curse is. But we're not really thinking about that, we're just playing a nice normal game. We don't need curse to win this. Okay, easy enough again. Another bag, okay, perfect. And crit chance we don't need, unlucky. More melee damage or damage percent. We have 22 melee damage. I think I'm actually going to take attack speed first. And let's see what we can find here. Shuriken upgrade immediately, very nice. Melee damage plus 2. We don't need more range. Ugly Tooth is really good because we apply it on everything. Virtually everything. Since you just have to hit them to apply the slow. Oh, we're against the bats. Okay, let's be careful. This is the bat in phase 1. You can see we can kind of just focus him. And then everything else is just dying around the map. So we don't have to worry too much about hitting other enemies. He's mutating now. And he's doing his little projectile spam off the edge of the map. He's not even aiming at us. I will say you should try and get around his projectiles to make sure you're not in the way when they split up, or if they split up. Oh, whoops, I have to be careful. Oh my god, he actually aimed at me completely 3 times. That's pretty rare. The bat's AI is a little bit strange. He kind of aims off in the distance a lot of the times. So you can kind of just stand still. But that means you could get a little bit negligent or like stop paying attention, Get a little too comfortable. Let's see, very easy boss kill. We pretty much didn't see a single other enemy aside from the lampreys. Because the lampreys are tanky enough to survive and reach us. Okay, we got the Kraken's Eye. You have a 50% chance to explode for 55% damage when you get hit. This is basically just plus max HP because we're not really going to get hit very often. But plus 10 max HP is great. And we can take the Peacock. We don't need range damage. Dodge percent, no, but we could take some armor. I'll take the 3 armor because it is here already. And the Bone Dice. I don't mind that. Let's take the Bone Dice. The Bone Dice has a chance. We immediately lost 1 HP. Okay, attack speed and range and crit chance. We don't need more crit, but we can take this anyways. Shuriken upgrade, okay. We also got a knife. 144% melee damage skill. That's going to hit really hard. But you know what? We're going to skip it, because you guys aren't going to find that, right? If I do find something really fun, though, I might take it. Just because this run is pretty much already won, I'd say. There's not really any risk of dying anymore. I have 11 armor and 44 health. If I get up to like 60 health, I'll feel extraordinarily safe. I don't think it'd be possible for me to lose anymore. But all I have to do from now on is just keep taking more damage percent, attack speed, getting more of those damage stats to make sure we can actually kill the final bosses. But look how easy this is. We're running out of enemies to hit, guys. If I could probably stand still for the most part. It'd be a little dangerous because if like a bunch of goblin sharks come at me at the same time, like this for example, I could actually die, right? But they'd all have to probably hit me simultaneously, so it's not really that scary. I'm just trying to pick up my materials, don't mind me. Please give me my materials, thank you, thank you. And there you go, super easy, right? Recycle, we don't need that. Oh, attack speed or damage percent. We have 47% attack speed, so let's take the damage percent. More lifesteal is helpful, that helps us make our runs safer. Melee damage, shuriken upgrade, okay. What else do we have? Melee damage and max HP, and then damage percent for attack speed, that's a good trade, because we have a little bit too much attack speed and not enough damage percent. Just look at that damage, it's just ridiculous. We're still missing a few shuriken upgrades as well. We can actually get way more damage in this if we finish upgrading our weapons. So that's what we're kind of on the lookout for. I'd also like to get, once again, above like 60 HP. Like 10 armor, 60 HP is super tanky. Super, super tanky. I generally don't recommend getting more than 10 armor if you're playing a non-tanky character to begin with. 10 armor is already 40% damage reduction, and then it kind of falls off a bit from there. So you'd rather just get other stats, like just get more damage at that point. Don't really worry about getting more armor. And if you have 60 max HP, that's also a lot. You might as well just get more lifesteal if you want anything defensive. Because if you're 60 max HP with 10 armor, you're not really going to be able to die if you have enough lifesteal. You'll just heal back all the damage you take. Okay, 4 range damage, or sorry, melee damage, that's amazing. Damage percent again. Attack speed, that's also amazing. Max HP and melee damage, more lifesteal, like I said, that can make us safer. We don't want the alien baby. Cursed lemonade, we're not going to take that. It's a little bit silly, we don't really need it. More melee damage again, +2. Attack speed and range. Attack speed is the main thing we want here, so... Okay, we are against the prisoner, we gotta be a little careful with his very weird attack pattern, you can see here. What you can do is kind of stand still the whole time. Well, he's in phase 2 now, so never mind. Phase 2 is actually easier than phase 1 in my opinion. Because you can kind of just stand there and hit him. Okay, he mutated though, now we have to be a little careful. You can kind of stand in the center if he's far enough away from you. Just like this. Very, very easy, right? So, this is why I said 10 armor and everything. 10 armor, 60 HP nearly. We're really safe. It's virtually impossible to die from this point on. So maybe I can get a fun item like a cursed shuriken. Ah man, I should have taken the cursed knife. Could have been so good if we had the cursed knife. And then we just tried to like one-shot the final boss. Yeah, Crazy is a really strong character because crit chance is one of those stats that's really difficult to get early on. In a long run, like an endless run, you're gonna get it eventually. Oh, I'll definitely take a lucky coin. And more lifesteal, let's take that. But in a shorter 20 wave run, this character is really strong in my opinion. Because, once again, crit chance is one of those stats that takes a while to cap. You can go through a 20 wave run and only cap crit chance, like if you're trying to focus on it even. Well, not like completely focus on only crit chance, but if you're trying to get crit cap while also getting other useful stats, it can take you almost, just a full 18 waves to actually get to that 100%, depending on what weapons you're using, what character and such. But on Crazy, you can get it before wave 10. You just sit there with 100% crit chance at the start of the game. So yeah, incredibly strong character we're playing. Well, for a 20 wave run, that's right. I'd say for an endless run, he's not the strongest. He's okay, but his main strength is that he gives you a lot of kind of like free crit chance in a way. But you can use shurikens on other characters, right? It's not like he's the only one. So his actual real strength is just that you get the free attack speed, which is quite nice. And then you get a bit of range, which is also quite nice. More attack speed. More damage percent? Okay, we're gonna have to get more armor because we gave up a lot of our armor. So I'm just gonna go and take 2 armor here. Okay, we got a cursed hatchet, but that's not a shuriken. So, I could take this. This deals so much damage, guys. Do I want this? No. It's not a shuriken. If it were a shuriken, I'd take it. Look, another cursed weapon. There you go. Melee damage and XP gain. We'll take that. Damage percent, attack speed. Anything else? Oh, a bunny. And a salt shaker. So more melee damage and attack speed. Okay, we're against the giant. This is one of the easier bosses in my opinion. You could see in phase 1, you can just stay near him like this. You don't get scared, just stay near him and just slightly out of range and you'll never get hit. And then start moving out of his charges. You can just run around him like this. So you see his little like projectiles are moving counterclockwise. So I'm also moving counterclockwise around him to avoid getting hit. And we get our free loot. Yeah. I do think Crazy is not difficult, so I hope no one struggles with him. If anything, I've already made videos on Well-Rounded and the Brawler. Well-Rounded might be the most difficult in a sense, because he doesn't really have much of a starting bonus. He's kind of just like a guy. He's just a chill guy. He doesn't really have a starting bonus, so that might be a little more difficult. But you can use SMGs on the Well-Rounded, and I think SMGs are really strong, so... Okay, there we go. So now that I feel like we've already won the run, I'm going to take some OP stuff like this. Also, we got this from the Elite. You're definitely going to get your own rare. It might not be this good. This gives us just a bunch of damage percent, which is quite nice. So we can kill the final boss more quickly. We don't need more crit chance. We don't need engineering. Melee damage, thank you. Okay, free reroll. More max HP to make us safer. Coffee, attack speed. Yeah, sure. Damage percent and lifesteal. And a power generator, we could take that as well. So we can get some more movement speed, and that will turn into damage percent for us. Well, not turn into, but, you know, we'll get additional damage percent based on our move speed. Wait, what is hitting us? Oh yeah, we took the Bloody Hand, that's right. Okay, I immediately forgot we took the Bloody Hand. So we're taking 1 damage every second. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't affect us in any way. At least not in any way that's actually impactful. I do really like the DLC. It's kind of refreshing, but I do also love doing my endless runs. So, oh yeah, so I will actually have an endless run coming out, and I don't want to spoil it, but I played the Glutton on the base game because I want to do all my endless runs. Since I never did endless runs until 2 weeks ago, I guess it was. My first time doing an endless one was 2 weeks ago. So I want to do a bunch of endless runs on the base game so I can, you know, experience it. And then I plan on doing them on the DLC as well in the future. Okay, plus 10% enemies. We also get lifesteal. I'll take it, sure, why not? It's a little late for the plus enemies to do anything, but I'll take it. Okay, I'm rolling a lot for not very much reward. 3 armor or just move speed. Let's take move speed, we're not scared. Power generator, ritual, sunlight candle, shuriken. Another shuriken, there we go, nice, okay. Wave 19, here we go. This isn't difficult, of course. The only actual difficult wave in this entire run is going to be the final wave, right? Wave 20. Everything else was just a walk in the park. We just walk through with our shurikens and kill everything. There's absolutely nothing to really explain anymore, I'd say. Okay. Oh yeah, also, if anyone watching this has any ideas for fun, endless ideas that I can do in the base game, like I said, I'm doing the base game first. I will do endless runs in DLC eventually, but not for now. I want to keep the curse, what's the right word? Curse function, I guess, out of my endless games first, because I know it's broken and you can just completely cheese and break the game in different ways with it, but I want to keep it in the base game, so kind of just like nice and pure gameplay, you know? But if you have any ideas for that, please let me know. Oh, we could definitely take that. It's basically the final wave. Just more melee damage. Crit chance, melee, shuriken. Another shuriken. That's not really worth though. Oh, that's definitely worth it, of course. More melee damage, or just damage percent, I guess. Melee damage and melee damage. I mean, we could take it. Let's see if we find something else. Oh, projectile or ricochet. We can't afford it though. One more. One more. Speed minus luck. Sure, why not? Let's just take that. That's also damage percent, right? Yeah, this is the run, guys, okay? Wave 20, here we go. Let's kill the whale first. We want to stay far away from them, so we can actually dodge their projectiles in time. Whale is charging, we just keep moving away. The whale is a lot like the predator in the base game. If you guys have played the base game, then yeah, he pretty much does the same things. Be a little careful here. There we go. Now we just kill the eel. Oh, my hand is kind of going numb. Oh god. But you just keep moving so you can get out of his little swirly thing. And there you go. Super easy run. Very clean. That is the crazy, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And maybe leave a like and subscribe. Next time we will be playing the Ranger. So I hope you guys come and watch that. But that's it for now, okay? Goodbye. Bye-bye.